Thank you to HUEL for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit.
Citizens of the Reject Nation, we are about to embark on a noble quest through a trilogy.
Ooh.
We are watching Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1.
Wow.
Because we're going to watch Part 2 and 3. That's how the trilogy works. We're very excited about it. John, what level of exposure do you have to this story, and how are you?
I'm good. Today I talked to the sleep study people, Coy. I'm going to get my sleep blasted. I'm going to get so much oxygen in the middle of the night. The guy walked me through the whole thing and what the science is and what to do about it, and I'm looking forward to that.
Tell me what it's like to be rested after you are.
I will, and then I'll let you borrow my CPAP machine or my mouth guard, depending on what helps the most.
How you get it going.
Yeah.
Very curious about that.
Crisis, I know that this is a massive incursion, collision event, lots of characters. I'm expecting a lot of cosmic circumstances. I'm expecting a resetting of things of some kind. I know they did this on the CW, and it was crazy, apparently.
Yep.
And that's most of what I know about Crisis.
Yeah, this is like their Secret Wars / ultimatum event. I'm very curious how it translates to animation, because it kind of infinite opportunity here.
Sure.
Like, will we get voice actor cameos? Will we tie in different universes we've seen? Like, I'm very curious how, knowing the original story, and crises happen fairly often in DC. Not super often, but like that's a way to clean up continuity. So curious how this shakes out.
Are you in Crisis?
Always. The band is in fact Crisis. No, I'm good today. I'm in need of learning how to sleep. Yeah, I'm just tired. I'm excited for this. But like, you know when you're so tired that you're like your bones feel too big?
Yes. That's a good way to put that.
I'm bones too big tired
bones
today.
Too big tired?
Yeah.
I get all my cells are vibrating tired.
Yeah, I like that tired way more than this tired. That tired at least has motivation.
I feel like a re-microwaved TV dinner tired.
I like that feeling. It's almost like when your limbs go to sleep and they get a little bit of the tingle.
Yeah.
I'm in the bone mode where I'm just like, I don't want to move because it hurts because my bones is tired.
Feels
Yeah. I'm just a husk. But
we'll mist you down.
Yeah. But this might wake me up because it's a hell of a comic story, so I'm assuming a hell of an animated journey. We got 3 of these to do.
Hell yeah.
So we're going to be diving in to this one, and we're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about afterward and answer your questions afterward. I'd like to thank the patrons for sending in those questions, and those very same patrons for being patrons to begin with. The super sexy rejects, the righteous rejects, are how we stay afloat. Frankly, the copyright changes on YouTube have been dire. My page, specifically, much smaller page, I got like a 50,000 subscriber page. My revenue this month cut into a fourth.
Wow.
I'm down
You
74
made 4 cents this month.
instead of my usual 16. But it's down 73% revenue. I was like banana sandwich. So yeah, we appreciate the patrons very much. Thank you. If you'd like to join the Patreon, there are also exclusive watch-alongs that John and Greg do just for those patrons. So become a righteous reject and support the channel.
It's Animation Monday. And hey, we got a genre-based schedule, and we were watching this one off Max. It's where our copy is gonna come from that you could sync up with.
Now we should watch it.
We should watch it.
In 3, 2, infinite.
All right. You guys will figure it out.
I'm much more comfy with this intro.
Oh.
Cool. Whee.
It's cool. It gets that little like 3D red-blue ghosting, and then it dusts away. Oh, we're just going right to the title card.
Whoa. Look at these Earths. There's an infinite
too many
amount of
Earths, Coy.
An infinite amount.
Does that mean there are infinite me's? Okay, Matt Bomer.
Matt Bomer, good call.
Wow,
Only one
casting and voice
actor gets Okay, interesting.
Wes Gleason, let's go. All right.
I'm very intrigued by just Matt Bomer ahead of the...
Literally Matt Bomer, and then trust the casting director otherwise.
Because we got Matt Bomer.
So that must mean that there's going to be crazy variants and or appearances.
It's crazy how much Matt Bomer looks like a perfect Superman too.
Hey.
Like he's just got that ness.
I like this sort of smearing / pixelation.
Michael Uslan, the man who owns the rights to Batman. Very interesting dynamic there.
I've been to a couple Indiana University related events with him.
Oh, yeah?
Talking about, the legacy of Batman and the fight to get stuff like that, taken seriously for movies.
Oh, that's interesting.
And he was like a big force in getting the original Batman movie made.
I met him at Stan Lee's funeral, and he was such a lovely, like, giving man of story and also those stories.
Oh, Barry.
Oh, cool.
Damn. How many times you entered the Speed Force?
That is so well rendered. That was beautiful.
Oh! Wait, is it?
Not John Constantine.
Damn it.
A man in a lab coat. I
It's
saw it
Race
too for a
Bannon.
second.
It's Race Bannon.
It's the beginning. He said before the beginning. Huh? Who's there?
Oh.
Something happened.
It's like the Flash cameo in BVS.
Just like it.
Oh, Central City Diamonds.
I'll have
The sausage and peas, French fries, white toast, apple pie,
Aw.
and coffee.
That
Cute.
looks delish.
Iris is on it.
Iris.
That's what the name badge says. Here you go.
Oh, Iris.
Yes.
Cool.
Fun.
Scoops coffee.
What?
You okay?
What just happened?
What was supposed to happen here? We met.
Oh, boy.
I've been working too hard.
Hey, no, you should sit down.
Today's my last day.
Where are you going?
I landed my dream job, GBS News.
Hey.
You're a reporter.
Maybe someday. Who knows?
Oh, you'll make it. I'm sure of it. I'm Barry Allen, by the way.
Now they've met.
Would you like to go out for lunch?
You're already out to lunch.
Hey.
Well, we could split this.
I didn't know sausage and peas was a dish.
Yep. Learning.
Get up.
Get up.
Get up.
Get up, Trinity.
Up, Flash! Get up!
Whoa.
Please, don't do this. You aren't programmed to harm.
I've seen you do this before.
Whoa.
So disoriented.
Dang.
I'm the Flash.
Super impact. Like the effects are really good. Like
Yeah.
it feels big.
Yeah, you feel a force.
Looks like that last blast rattled your cage a bit. You'd better sit this one out. I can handle this.
Last blast rattled.
Whatever he is.
Hey, he's an android. I remember now. A Mazo.
Oh?
I'll take care of Amazo.
It's as if I've seen this before. Oh, no. Said we've tangled with the Mazo a time or two.
Yep, we've met this man.
Oh, boy.
Ooh. Cool effect. I like it's the same save.
Funny. Yeah, there's this like foreboding tone. Weak.
He somehow drained my power. Like Parasite.
Oh, shit.
But I think you got the worst of it. Oh, no.
I thought he was saying just weak, like, you know, how
Weak.
skaters talk. Weak, bruh.
I'll draw him away.
Flash, no. He drained the energy out of me. If he gets yours.
Don't worry. I'll keep my distance.
Will you?
Didn't last time, but you just woke up here.
You should know Superman's birthday, Flash.
Kind of Justice League member are you?
Yeah. Whoa!
Cool.
Nice. Okay. Oh! Reminded me of the bus from Shang-Chi. Ugh.
Cool music. It's like angry synth.
Yeah.
Atticus Ross, Trent Reznor vibes.
Green Arrow?
There he
I was
is.
going to say Hawkeye.
No, it's my baby boy.
Robin Hood.
Not Robin Hood.
Eh.
You're dressed like him.
Robin Hood doesn't have
Honestly,
a
they haven't
car.
met yet.
Robin doesn't have a car.
Beautiful.
Fair enough, you know. Can't argue with that.
He needs medical attention. Star Labs, maybe.
Let's go, Star Labs.
No, Star Labs.
Where else?
I have a friend.
A special friend.
So are we seeing this league get assembled?
It's spooky season at Wayne Manor.
He's got a friend.
Well, it is Halloween.
It's a long
Is it a long Halloween? Beat me to it.
It's for you, sir.
You guys didn't say trick or treat.
Trick or treat?
There it is.
Hello, Ollie. And you're Barry Allen.
Jensen Ackles. Oh. I hope we get to see Superman
Bring
and
him
Batman
inside.
carve a jack-o'-lantern together.
He deserves it.
Whoa.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great
that-
transition. The effects
very-
are great.
Yeah, very disorienting.
First to Barry.
Oh.
Quality time is my love language, and here you were in another era.
Yeah.
I was, just before the Justice League formed.
Wow.
There are other ways to help people without risking your life all the time. Why don't you help him?
Give this guy $1.
Here, why don't you get yourself something to eat?
Uh-oh.
The worlds are ending.
The end is nigh.
Which ones?
All of them.
Whoa. Dizzle.
Maybe not the best man to help. Who's that going to be?
Kind of sounded like a
Is it
Constantine.
Constantine? I was
sounded
thinking
like
about the window earlier, but
I'm coming.
Oh,
Barry?
is that Dick Grayson?
I'm so used to seeing you with all the stuff on.
Bruce kind of looks like.
Hey, sport. What's your name?
Damien or Jason or
Dick.
Dick? Oh, it's OG.
But when I said Coy, I
Yeah,
was
you're right. You're right. First Robin.
I won comics.
Yeah, all of them.
You know, my nephew Wally's about your age.
Oh, Wally West. Comics.
He just lost both his parents. Circus accident outside Gotham.
You really think bonding is the thing he needs right now?
You have connections with the Central City Orphanage.
Yeah, I volunteer there. Why?
I can't put him in the system in Gotham. Social services there is not optimum.
Could you help with that?
He seems comfortable with you. You have means, plenty of room. Have you considered maybe...
What, fostering him?
That's cool. That Barry's a part of it.
My mission demands 100% commitment. Doesn't leave much time left over for a kid.
Yeah.
It'd be good for him, good for the mission,
your
but
heart.
most of all, it'd be good for you.
I didn't come here for a lecture.
I like in this canon, this conversation's interesting that he causes the Robins.
Huh. Make a photocopy of Superman.
That's how Bizarro's born right here. Just copy him.
Oh no.
His cells are starting to bank energy. I think he'll be fine.
You're the Batman.
Is it the Batman or just Batman?
It depends.
When was the last time he was conscious?
He passed out right after giving us your address. Thanks for understanding. I was kind of afraid you'd be angry.
Oh boy.
What makes you think I'm not?
So, how long did it take figuring out my secret identity?
Oh, shit.
Amazing.
Funny. Oh, another billionaire philanthropist.
Clearly, proximity to the android allows him to absorb and store supernormal energy.
Supernormal.
Destroying him may be a challenge.
You think it'll come to that? We'll have to destroy Amazo, the android.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't seem like he knew he was doing anything wrong. In fact, he looked sad when that
What's
old guy
going
gave
on
him
with
a
you,
talking to.
Amazo?
Dr. Anthony Ivo. Multiple PhDs, Nairobi University, Metropolis Institute of Technology.
MIT.
LexCorp reported him missing.
This twitch, it's
Oh.
often a symptom of nerve cell degeneration.
Uh-oh.
Based on its abilities, I suspect that this pointless attack in Metropolis was just subterfuge.
Distracting us from what?
I don't know. We'll have to wait until morning.
I like Green Arrow because of the chase kind of guy.
I'm really curious who all these voices are because like only Matt Bomer is so interesting.
Yeah.
Particularly strong blend, sir.
Just what I needed, Alfred.
Dude, he's doing all the voices.
Bruce, I'm sorry about all of this.
Relax. It's not like he's gonna kill us to keep his identity secret. You're not, right?
Mother.
So, I love how brooding and brutal Bruce is.
That jaw drop.
Well, for months, Flash has been nagging me to form some kind of secret superhero club.
I say that's got a ring to it.
I saw it work great on a parallel Earth.
It is a terrible idea. I'm a loner.
Dottie, a rebel.
It's exactly what we're going to do.
The four of us are forming some kind of super team.
Or a legion, or a...
Not just the
Oh.
four of us.
Oh.
We're recruiting Zoolander.
Yes. David Bowie will be the judge of the auditions for the league.
Got to take out Mugatu.
Without Mugatu, who would make the costumes?
So hot right now.
It's so hot right now. I'm a hot little potato. Dude, oh my
recruitment
God.
montage.
The GQ squad.
That's so handsome.
Nope. Cape flapping.
I like the in darkness, but like smile. Ah, that's great.
That's so fun. Oh,
There he is.
let's go, John Johns. Should have known. Can Martian Manhunter get drunk? Hey!
Oh, hell.
About to get our Green Lantern training day.
You're kidding, right? I'm already on a team. It's called the Green Lantern Corps. I'll pass.
Is that Fillion?
I don't think so.
We have enough.
We already have a green guy.
He's right here. He shoots.
Oh.
Do we need a Constantine?
Believe you must bear witness.
It's definitely sounds like Matt Ryan. Whoa, whoa.
Again?
That's so cool the way that keeps coming up and like he keeps popping up in different fragments of the flashes. Wow. Hey, this
We
is
start the
familiar.
movie.
There
Start
we
the
go.
movie right here. This is our universe.
Yeah.
Maybe I can help this world's Flash.
Whoa. Cool.
Interesting. Whoa.
look what we have here. A regular Zippy Rodriguez.
Oh,
Pretty sure you mean Speedy Gonzalez.
hey.
Zippy Rodriguez.
If you don't mind, I need to get this back.
Hold on, mate.
Who is this Aussie voice? Obviously, I know who this guy is.
I mean, of
but
course.
I'm going to quiz
yeah,
you.
let me know.
Yeah.
It's not Ben Mendelsohn, not Jai Courtney.
With a little help from the rest of the crime syndicate.
Whoa.
Crime syndicate?
What we really are is the worldwide absolute government. We got Powering, Owlman,
Okay.
Superwoman, and Ultraman.
Okay, so we've seen like a version of these
we've met
characters.
Ultraman, yeah.
I remember that story. Well, and Owl. The Owl or Owlman? Owlman, I remember being
Both
quite
exist, but
sinister.
I'm wondering if Owlman's Bruce Wayne here.
Speedster.
Old age?
Oh, boy. Golly. This is wild.
Not only are we thrilled that this fine city would welcome our newly formed team of heroes, but that it would give us the opportunity, Metropolis Terminal Station as our headquarters.
Oh.
New home.
At Six Flags Magic Mountain. Whoa. What?
What is this? A league headquarters for ants?
The real league center needs to be at least 3 times as big as this.
But I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that this is all truly due to the efforts of Central City's Scarlet Speedster, the Flash.
Shocked it's just Vixen.
I know.
Like one lady.
Perhaps reveal the name of this exciting first ever super team right now.
It is the the Justice League.
Yes.
Such bravado delivered through.
It's a name
Justice
with Justice
League.
Guys. Oh. Damn.
Oh.
Dang.
Yeah.
Nice. Ooh. No Amazo.
That's so cool, that effect. The freezing plus the sound design just adds so much to it.
Yeah. Well, and 2, them giving us little moments to see Flash use his like actual day in, day out power.
In the Speed Force and out.
There's a shard of wood headed for the Green Arrow's head.
On it. Wait, who's talking to me?
I've absorbed ample energy to allow communication at excessive speeds.
Whoa.
Why do you show concern for our safety while you're in the middle of an attack on us?
Faulty interpretation. Attack is contrary to primary function.
Oh, okay.
Primary function, designated by Professor Ivo, is to prolong and improve human life.
I'm trying to help your ass.
Draining Superman will not prolong or improve his life.
But taking out the heroes might, according to Ivo.
New mission parameters indicate that Superman is not human.
Nor is the Martian.
You didn't do that last time. What is Ivo telling you now?
No.
Mission parameters have been amended by new best friend.
New best friend. It is interesting. I mean, like, it's cool that Vixen is here, but it is the one, like, it's a bunch of, like, top-line characters, and then Vixen's here, too.
Yeah, it's really, of all the leaguers, a very interesting choice.
Which, like, I'm glad for her to get the bump up, but also, yeah, it is kind of interesting to see that they didn't bring in more, and more ladies, too. Like,
Your new best friend, I presume.
Oh, thank you,
There he
Justice
is.
League.
What a fun voice.
Prioritize integration of Superman's energy.
Sensors indicate Superman's vital signs are precarious.
I believe you'll find my orders are compliant with new code I provided.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Cool.
Hey,
Barrel
let's
roll,
go.
carry away.
Luthor's battlesuit complicates this situation.
Does it now? I wish I had one. Oh, the bat satellites.
What are you doing? You calling in an
The
airstrike?
Battlite.
It's our best option. We have to act now, while Flash still retains some of his speed. He can clear before...
You start dropping bombs?
Yeesh.
It's too dangerous. The civilians.
We'll be cleared out. We have to destroy that AI before it gets too powerful.
AI.
Always a problem, even last year.
You're the one who's confusing brutality for strength.
Confused.
Yay.
Wait right here.
Clarity.
Come on, Flash.
The
Use your
Batman
wits. Oh, and
eyes.
away he goes.
Damn it.
I keep falling for it. Like, I never know when it's going to happen.
Yeah. No, it's a really fun device. And it makes this movie narratively, structurally feel like an event. Some kind of like, whoa, what's going on?
Where are we going next? Could be anywhere.
Wow.
Whoa. Infinite Earths.
There are so many Earths.
Incredible.
Yeah, like what's it watching in the nexus of all things?
Where am I?
You're in the Hall of Crime, idiot.
The Hall of Crime.
And we do the questioning here.
It's a cool way to do her suit.
Yeah.
Where do you come from?
I'm from a parallel Earth.
Nice butt shot.
What a crap.
He's on that
Whoever he
cardio.
is,
He's got
he's a
cheeks.
speedster. As soon as he showed up, my access to the Speed Force cut in half.
It's like Jim Jeffries or something.
Superwoman, can we move on to the part I still like?
By all means.
By all means,
Lasso
Homelander.
of truth.
Lasso of truth? This is my lasso of submission.
Ooh. Kinky times, Flash.
It's true.
He's telling the truth.
It stands to reason.
Interesting.
Oh, Owlman is Batman.
Load of crap.
Perhaps not.
This ring is a load of crap.
Our nemesis, Alexander Luthor, theorized about such worlds.
He's a hero in this world, I imagine.
He must be some kind of hero.
He thought so. He stood in our way.
He always does.
Ooh.
Whoa, that's a choice. Damn. Does that happen in the book?
I don't think I've ever seen a bust like a deer head on a wall. Wow.
You rule this planet. How can you be the government and criminals?
That is
How
cold-blooded.
can you be the government and criminals?
Oh, Flash, you jest.
We're bored. But you've given us a precious gift.
That's
A
canon.
challenge.
Board evil syndicate.
Billions of people to enslave. A reason to fight. To live.
Ooh, a rush. I love the frames in this world.
Yeah, I like the cinematography changes in each.
Yeah.
We share the same Speed Force. It slows us both.
So all we have to do is kill one of you, and the other one is fast enough.
It's like the one.
I don't know how to do it. Just don't kill him yet.
No, it's somebody else. Whoa, Constantine. Come on, Constantine.
Yeah.
He lives.
Yeah, confirmation.
Cool.
It's that beggar who never shuts up about the end of the world.
You put respect on Constantine's name.
If you're in a hurry to
The end
die,
is nigh.
kill him.
Oh.
I have tried. Can't.
Whoa. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
What's this?
Yep. That's many, many Earths. Whoa.
Hold still.
Yeah.
You're in a tuxedo.
Very observant. You know, I sometimes forget you're a detective.
It's my wedding day. You're my best man.
You really have a gift for being in the moment.
I got to talk to Iris.
It's bad luck to see the bride before the ceremony.
I like Green Lantern's voice. John Stewart.
I got to see Iris.
Barry, it's bad luck.
Luck, not this time.
We've never done
Not
life
this
the
time.
normal way. Why start now?
Oh.
I need to tell you about the Flash.
You mean Jay Garrick?
Oh, original Flash, Golden Age.
Hey.
And I've been bouncing back and forth between moments in my life. I never know where I am, but I know something's about to happen.
What's going to happen?
It's a great eye movement.
Yeah, the thinking face.
But it always happens the day we get married. Something major.
Oh, no. No. It's like someone's stopping you from getting the warning out just in the nick of time.
It's always right on a major moment.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like an inflection point kind of concept.
LexCorp. No.
You found me.
The professor.
You're Anthony Ivo.
Yes.
Made a Mazo. Started this whole thing.
He is a threat to you and Superman and all like you. You have to take me to him.
It's going to be scary foreshadowing when Amazon has killer androids. They're called a Mazo.
Whoa.
Your file says you're 39. You have Hutchinson-Gilford syndrome.
Oh.
Accelerated aging. You must be a doctor.
Oh, PhD, not a medical.
Uh-huh.
And your condition?
My condition is what started this.
Uh-oh.
I've been working on quantum energy absorption technology for LexCorp for years. When I discovered I was dying,
Ah, crap.
Lex encouraged me to fight, to use my intellect to prolong my life.
Oh, no. Was Amazo supposed to be your vessel?
Lex had access to
Whoa.
extraterrestrial technology, created the parasite creature. We could use it to supercharge the immune systems of regular people.
Let's go. Cool.
Cool Amazo build.
I was already designing an AI PTO to be a perfect battery.
PTO.
Paid time off.
Yes. Hey, you got to recharge. It is a good battery.
Even with AI.
Yeah.
Reject Nation. I've been following a specific macro plan all year. Well, at the end of January. At the end of January, I weighed 218 pounds. Here's a photo. And as of this week, I'm down to 173, and here's a good lighting photo. Coming in. I'm so close. I got to do a photo shoot. Anyway, part of hitting my goals means being extra intentional about what I put into my body. And one of those things that's helped me stay on track is this little bad boy right here. This is HUEL's Black Edition Ready to Drink. Cheers. It's a full meal in a bottle. I just love chocolate. This is such a good chocolate drink. It's packed with 35 grams of protein, 27 essential vitamins and minerals, slow release carbs, and very important for me, it's low in sugar. Diabetes and heart disease runs in my family, so I have to be extra careful when it comes to stuff like that. And this drink keeps me fueled, not just full. And yeah, my schedule's kind of all over the place. I'm working, filming, working out. So I need something that's quick, convenient, reliable, that won't sabotage my progress. And the taste, legit, it is smooth. I just want to keep drinking it and not talk to you right now. And it doesn't have that chalky thing that a lot of those shakes have. You know what I'm talking about. And they got a variety of different flavors. Chocolate is still my favorite one. And it's great that HUEL shipped around 500 million meals around the world. So if you're trying to stay dialed in like myself or just save time while eating, a great way to support your body and a great way to support the channel too. You can go to HUEL.com/rejects and use code REJECTS to get 15% off your first order. Minimum $75. HUEL.com/rejects and use code REJECTS to get 50% off. Fuel your body right, even when life's busy. You will not regret it. Thank you, HUEL, for being a part of my fitness journey.
I imprinted my own engrams on the AI's neural network.
Engrams?
You would never
That I don't know.
knowingly hurt others.
Scientology?
What are this guy's thetans, though?
Well, for someone who wants to help, he's doing an awful lot of hurting.
It tends to. Woof. Back here again. Or when are we?
It's what, 5 major storylines so far?
Yeah. Wow, dude. Yeah, like the way they do the sky and the papery texture here.
And the sound mix, like there's a visual layering and an audio layering that gives it such a cinematic feel.
Wow. Crazy. Whoa, no.
Come on, Ultraman.
No. No. This is a fascinating thing to watch as these ambivalent heroes now are sort of confronted
Just
with ultimate
bored.
destruction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not heroes, but yeah.
Apathetic metahumans.
Yeah.
What am I doing? I gotta get out there and help.
This world already dead.
You're a regular Sadie Sunbeam, aren't you?
That's my favorite hero.
Sadie Sunbeam.
I walk all worlds that are doomed to die. My punishment.
That's a bar.
What did you do?
So long, I don't remember. But I know you share my guilt.
Interesting.
This is dizzying. Whoa.
Cool.
Back in Tungsten World.
And the fight cinematography is really cool.
Yeah. Ooh.
There's one behind you, 4 o'clock.
I do wonder how they make these, because, the mech suit is more clearly like a CG element.
Yeah.
And I figured this would all be made in a computer, but,
some stuff really feels hand-drawn.
Yeah.
And especially the backgrounds.
The energy in these beams runs dangerously low.
Don't you worry your pretty little head about it. My word is sacrosanct, remember?
Oh, boy. Sacrosanct. Let's go, vocab.
Yeah. $10 word, sacrosanct.
Our superpowered friends are just about dead. We can't keep this up much longer.
We won't have to.
Just one more level.
Okay, but let's hold off on going to DEFCON 1.
Oh, boy. Oh my god, it is like a video game.
Get him. No, not the TIE fighter.
I know. The Bat TIE fighter.
You can't imagine I didn't anticipate that.
Oh, he did.
Batman, is it? I knew every move you'd make before I finished breakfast.
But that's Batman's job to never do his moves.
Intelligence is my superpower.
You're the world's most pretty good detective.
Yeah. Always like in the comics when Batman takes on Lex and Superman and Joker, and how like they're just like, I can't handle.
Someone with your mental acumen wouldn't see the obvious necessity of depowering these meta freaks.
Some canons he does.
Or did you? No matter. Drain them.
Which canon are we in?
I mean, even BVS, like the concern a metahuman Batman has, so he knows how to take them all out.
This action seems inconsistent with my primary function.
Do it.
Man, Lex, you suck, man.
Yeah. Not what Amazo was built for.
This is big mean. No, Vixen, you just got promoted.
Just joined the league.
What is your primary function?
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Your powers to deserving people. Me.
Bro.
Priority override. Maximum energy release directed at these.
These.
Stand up for yourself, Amazo.
No, you must not.
It's not what you're built for.
I'm pleased to see you up and about, Professor, but surprised. The friend said you were too ill to leave the infirmary, that you required the energy we're collecting to extend your life.
The friend.
Oh.
He's not your friend.
That's how they manipulated him.
He gives faulty data. He lied to me as well. Told
Oh.
me you could extend life. I believed him. I wanted to extend my own life.
That's cruel.
I cannot disobey an order.
There is one order that takes priority. I am dying, Amazo. Release the meta energy to me.
Damn.
What's it gonna do?
Oh, buddy.
What is happening?
I don't know about this.
Transferring meta energy to Creator.
It's a lot of energy. It's an old man.
Oh, just max him
Is that
out?
like a sacrifice play?
Professor Ivo, are you unwell?
He's dead.
One fierce Baymax.
That is an unacceptable outcome. Everything functioned within expected parameters.
Ooh.
Amazo, what are odds against contracting Hutchinson's-Gilford syndrome?
Less than 1.
Now, what are odds that a genius like Ivo, who had the skill to create you, would contract that syndrome?
Ooh.
The likelihood is far greater that you infected Professor Ivo with the disease to motivate him to create this unit.
Wow. Wow. How do you infect somebody with that? Whoa!
Ooh. That's how you get an Amazo on your side.
Damn, dude. Brutal. Amazo's pretty sick.
Your action shortened Professor Ivo's life. That is counter to our primary function.
Ooh, he's big mad.
Amazo, don't do this. Professor Ivo wouldn't want you to. He valued all human life, even this guy.
Just sideways, like staring at him. Well,
He valued metahuman life as well. Justice League, I return to you everything I have taken.
Whoa.
the two regular guys, the billionaires just chilling, not blue.
I know. So funny.
It couldn't take my archery skills or my bat knowledge.
Amazo.
I was built on a lie.
I dedicate my life to the truth.
I was unable to carry out my primary function.
You prolonged our lives. You saved us.
I only saved you from me.
Oh, dude. That's so tragic.
Hannibal Luthor just
Put that
cruising
in
by.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sorry this whole Justice League thing was just a ruse.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
I tried to anticipate every possible outcome. How does that make me any different than Luthor?
Ooh.
There's strength in different points of view.
My man.
Well, Bruce.
The Justice League, then?
The Justice Friends.
The Justice League,
Yeah.
after all. I already bought the building.
I'm gonna get my money's worth out of this.
Barry, wake up.
No, barreled.
Wedding day? Nope. Future.
See, old Barry.
It's barreled.
It's Raisin Ellen.
Get a move on.
Whoa.
Breakfast is ready.
Oh, shit's going weird. Shit's going wonky.
Oh, you made breakfast. That's our anniversary.
Not exactly. Look what I made.
Ugh. No offense.
Sausage and peas.
Aww.
And today's the anniversary of that day. How many years?
Oh, who knows? But it was the best day of my life.
Aww.
Eat that disgusting slop before it gets cold.
Aye,
What's going to
Capitan.
happen?
Slop made out of love.
Well, I only half remember
Love
it,
slop.
but it always happens the day we get married.
Hey, cool.
What do we do about it?
It's all going to be fine. We're going to spend our lives together, grow old together. I promise.
You can't
Die at
promise
the same
that, Barry.
time.
Of anyone, Barry can.
I can.
Never seen two people more united than Iris West and Barry Allen.
They are a great comic couple.
Crapperino.
All right, this is different. We're not traveling with Barry, who's breaking in. But it's live action, like it's actually a scene.
It's actually.
This is the thing.
Yeah, I figured.
This is the thing. Yeah, I figured.
Oh, no.
I am Harbinger. Your world is in terrible danger.
Eh.
Come with me.
If you want to live.
But would waiting an hour or two really make that big a difference?
I've been sent to gather Earth's greatest champions.
Show me what you got.
Well, we've got Green Arrow, Vixen, Green Lantern right here. We can save you like 5 trips. What do you say?
Bargain is set.
Oh, they're in the Watchtower. Metamorpho!
Hey, whoa, and that Aquaman's crazy.
Question.
Whoa, and that
Catman in the back. Dove.
Mr. Terrific.
Firestorm. Mr. Terrific. Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing.
Hour Man.
The guy is pause it. Mohawk Man. That one. Whoa, this guy. There's Jason Momoa.
We have not met. I hail from an Earth almost completely covered by water.
Waterworld.
Thanks to you surface dwellers.
Bruce!
Whoa.
Do I know you?
The Tom in the deep pack.
Oh, hey.
We just met her.
Yeah.
Robin?
The Flying Graysons. Tony Zuko.
Tony Zuko killed his parents.
Yes.
Oh.
On my Earth, you took me in after my parents' murder. Trained me. I became your partner.
Thanks for that.
That seems terribly irresponsible.
It's good to touch on that, Bruce.
I'm sorry. This must be so weird to you. And I apologize for this, but there's someone here who really wants to meet you. Bruce, this is the Huntress.
Ooh.
Helena Wayne.
Helena Wayne.
His daughter.
Dang.
Batman and Catwoman, a match made in Arkham. This must be weird for you, but
I'm not used to
Dad's
that
been
Huntress
gone
mask.
for a few years now, and it's just nice to see his face.
It's part of my origin story, you see. I lost my parents.
Excuse me.
Who's the guy in the cabbie hat and the Lone Ranger mask?
Are you a sight
Oh,
for
I didn't
sore
catch
eyes?
him. That's Wonder Woman.
Wonder who?
Trying to catch everyone to the back, and then it's like new lead.
Wonder Woman?
Wander.
Whoa, and that
Oh,
guy?
hey.
Cal,
Zatanna.
this is Clark Kent from Earth One. You have a lot in common.
I guess we do.
Whoa.
Earth 1, Earth 2, Earth 3 stuff's always fun.
You're probably relieved to see you'll keep most of your hair.
Yep. I think about it all the time. Davy Crockett guy? Little Clockwork Man?
I will totally
Batgirl,
own. I do not know who David Crockett guy is.
Mummy chick? Oh, this guy's...
I don't trust him.
That guy's just working for the mob.
Blue Beetle, Ted Cord.
Hey.
This is Eve Eden, Nightshade.
Nightshade made the cut.
I question the wisdom of immediately revealing your identity to someone you just met.
Whoa. Is that the hat? Is that a hat man?
The question.
The question.
Hoshi.
It's actually a Steve Ditko creation.
Everyone else here is dressed and you have to kidnap me in my bathrobe?
The machine anticipates your needs and designs appropriately.
Does it?
We'll see how this turns
Appropriately
out.
for whose eyes?
Yeah, who's drawing this arc?
Yeah. So you're a doctor, right? You're gonna just get like a lab coat.
There were the Challengers of the Unknown in the background?
Ooh, cool, cool. This is 2 hourglass dudes.
Are you kidding me?
There is more.
More layers.
You have 2 capes.
I can see the entire
Whoa.
light spectrum.
Damn.
As the Monitor ordered, you now possess the powers that belong to the criminal Dr. Light.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Dr. Light!
Dr. Light's like done some real nefarious stuff in the comics. Killed Sue Dibney.
Dawnstar, do you still not know me? Do you not?
For a second, I thought she said Pawn Star. Hey.
Kara,
Good thing we just watched.
Yeah.
what happened to you?
It's a long story. I'll tell you the whole thing as soon as we...
I'm a
Hear me.
shapeshifter now. Whoa. Whoa.
The creeper?
I am a monitor. A member of a race ancient beyond your reckoning.
A monitor. Is he like a celestial?
Kind of. And the Anti-Monitor's a big deal.
My kind has lived to observe and document, but never interfere.
Oh, he's like the Watcher.
Yeah, like Uwatu vibes. But like powered.
I have broken sacred vows due to a peril so dire it threatens all realities with utter annihilation.
Dizzle.
Behold.
Behold! Wow.
Whee! Planetarium holographs.
Yeah.
Most of you are aware that you live in a reality that runs parallel to many possible versions of your universe.
Cool.
Some time ago, my people became conscious of this.
And it blew their minds.
Display the wave. A massive antimatter wave, so vast and destructive.
Oh.
It decimates everything in its path.
Jesus. It did that to the opening bumpers.
I've gathered you all together in hope that we can find some way to stop this disaster and save your worlds.
He was not peeing himself.
Interesting sound. Interesting transition.
Timing to look down.
Like,
I'm like,
dude, no.
guys, I'm so scared I wet myself.
It's pretty scary. I mean, to be honest.
Pee. Aww.
Nothing's as slow as molasses in January.
Aww. Yeah, they're great.
No.
We were having a moment.
Meanwhile, in Hell World.
Don't you think it's a bit absurd to use the emergency beacon in the middle of this?
What are Ultraman's voices?
Tsunamis.
Yeah.
I stopped 5 tsunamis.
Whoa, antimatter. It's come for you.
All right, what's the plan?
My plan.
Ew!
I'm gonna punch that antimatter wall so hard, it's gonna
Ultraman.
shatter into a million pieces.
Yeah,
my brother
punch
in Christ.
antimatter, bruh.
My brother. No.
There we
What-
go.
what- bro, what?
Yep.
Dog.
Come on, Superwoman. Even in this. All right.
Wait, this can't be the plan.
Yeah, it's dumb as shit.
You're a strategist, logical. This is a stupid and useless gesture.
I know.
The time comes when the most logical course of action is a stupid, useless gesture.
Oh.
All right. Guess I shouldn't defend. You're
All
flying
right.
into it.
His voice, all these voices, man. I feel like they knew. They were like, we're going to make you guess.
I think Jensen might be doing both.
Could be.
Hoover Dam.
Defend the dam. Defend the wall. Oh, boy. I love that he's got the nails.
Owl missiles go.
Bro, but guys, gang, this is all you know how to do.
Just
So you're
punch.
just going
I
to
mean,
do.
They are a crime syndicate that took over a whole planet.
It is like an interesting choice because it does feel like a quintessential, like, we know there's nothing we can do, so we're just going to do what we always do.
Yeah, this is what we did to get here.
Wow. Bought you almost nothing. Oh, no.
It's interesting the Watchtower. I think that's this universe's Watchtower is just
Realities
between
have been erased
realities
from
like this.
existence
Yeah.
and display.
These are the shadows of the things that
I've
might
gathered you all in hope that together we can find some way to stop this disaster and save your worlds.
I called you for a brainstorming sesh.
Excuse
try to
me,
suss
but
this out.
I have many questions.
Hey.
It would be strange indeed if you did not.
He says this every time. We get it, dude.
All of this is profoundly suspect.
Cool.
And why Earth? The universe is massive beyond comprehension, but most of us are from Earth.
Why male model?
The Earth is the first world destroyed in every universe. Once it falls, all else follows.
Yeesh.
It's true. It's all true. Wonder Woman, hit me.
Hit me.
The lasso of truth compels complete honesty.
Just one strand around the wrist.
Look, I was on one of the Earths that was swallowed by this wave. It happened.
It's a way to
threat
prove
is
it.
real.
Uh-oh, that does not look good.
Oh. Milky Way.
What a fun way to play with continuity and clean it up and have different reinterpretations.
You assemble an army of warriors, and you give us no one to attack.
Harvey
This isn't that kind
Birdman.
of fight. We can't punch our way out of this.
Yeah.
You each possess the skills, strength, and speed.
What are you doing?
The Black Canary? No.
We need geniuses.
Kara.
Your 31st century boyfriend would come in handy about now.
Oh, Brainiac 5! Brainiac 5! Brainiac 5.
Unfortunately, the antimatter wave somehow nullifies time travel.
We wanted Brainiac 5.
Communication may work, but we can neither summon more allies here nor escape into the past.
We have reached capacity.
And if we're not able to devise some kind of solution,
then everything in the multiverse will be completely and utterly destroyed.
Oh. Oh, damn. So you look like you chose to take off that time.
Yeah.
Woof. Oh, there goes a yellow. Was that reverse flash?
No, it's the other speedster. They're back in.
Oh, they're back in this world. Okay.
He's checking in on how punching it went.
Why would they add that now? Come on, Ultraman. I'm getting out of here.
Couple of speedsters doing their best.
Dude, I wonder if Johnny Quick is that one guy. Whoa, golly.
Oh.
Two speedsters.
Your world was it true?
Yeah.
Oh.
Lucky you.
Wow. Oh, buddy. Run, Barry. Whoa. Throw the switch.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
It's an electric
After
chair.
all
And
this
sausage
time,
and
Barry,
peas.
I fail to see the humor in that joke.
Kept in a mazo at home.
Hope you get a charge out of this.
You've said that before, too.
Oh,
Wow.
he's giving him alive with power. Hamster on a wheel.
Damn. Fit old guy. That's the goal. I want to be a buff old guy when I grow up.
It's the dream.
Oh, it's like an alien movie. He just saved his head. Plug in Lance Henriksen over here.
I have prepared detailed instructions for both you and Iris.
He's excited today.
That's a lot of cable.
I know.
Premium package.
Off to save the world.
Still take your
Fact
ginkgo biloba.
remains that no shielding would be sufficient.
There
to
he
exploit the
is.
phenomenon.
There he is.
There's my beef.
The shields we created in Atlantis are designed to withstand waves.
Not antimatter waves.
The theory is the same.
We'd require the energy of 1,000 exploding suns to put fields around half our worlds.
Call Oppenheimer.
Bet you guys could do with some coffee.
That's very thoughtful of you.
Well, gotta keep Team Brain chugging along so Team Brawn can get to work, right?
Coffee on Infinite Earths. Crisis in Infinite Cups.
Infinite coffee.
This is
Earth.
the best coffee I've ever.
I don't even like him.
I used water from Aquaman's Earth, coffee beans from Jaran Pur on
Oh.
Earth X, and cardamom from I forget what Earth that was.
Harbinger took you to all those worlds.
I love it. Yes, Flash.
No, I use super speed to vibrate so quickly I can pass through anything.
Likewise, anything would pass through you while vibrating at super speed.
As a matter of fact, when Earth 3 was wiped out, I soaked up all its speed force. I'm supercharged, and it kind of knocked me out of my linear time experience, which sucks, but...
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
A massive vibrational generator on each of the Earths.
Like a colossal cosmic tuning fork.
A tower.
This is all your fault.
If we could power just one of them, the vibrations would reverberate through all of them.
Hey.
So, I was right about the coffee, huh?
Dang. That is nuts. Earth 146. Oh God, Earth 2. Earth 4. Are these all like
there's
comic specific? Like there's a whole bunch of lore. to
These
each of
Earths exist and the characters accordingly. There's a store in the valley called Earth 2 Comics. Named after.
Oh, I've met Judd.
Yeah.
I've hung out
So
with
that's after
Judd.
this. That's named
Yeah.
after this.
Hell yeah. Used to go in with my friend Aaron. We used to go and just hang out in the shop and talk to him.
Now you know what Earth 2 is.
Hey. That is a lot of cable. That's funny. Oh my God.
Nice.
I've been meaning to ask you, when you saw Lois at the party, yes, there was a Lois on my world.
Was?
She was a real firecracker. We had a good run.
Ooh.
We're not immortal. She is. To lose everyone, again and again. Great Scott.
Great Scott, I forgot about that, yeah.
It's here.
We had time. We were going to finish.
It's not fair. There was time now.
The anomaly became aware of our plans and adapted.
Impossible. It's a natural phenomenon, not a sentient foe.
That's what I'm saying.
Ugh.
I'm afraid we won't be around long enough to find out.
Maybe it's a little bit of both. No.
Wait, this is it? There's nothing we can do? We just watch the world end?
And is nigh.
Run to her.
Ooh. Oh no.
Spend your last moments those you love.
Go to her.
If you have loved ones, hold them close.
Wow. You're good at your job. Oh, barreled.
Iris, I'm so sorry I wasn't here for you.
You were. You were late for every dinner. But you were always right on time when I needed you.
Oh.
I won't let you go.
Come with me. Whoa. What are the rules of that? Ooh. Got that big Dexter's laboratory wrench.
Yeah. Omelette du fromage. Oh no.
Oh no, not the arm. Don't have a heart attack.
No, Iris, I'll get you home.
I already am home.
With you.
Wherever you are.
Oh. Home is wherever I'm with you.
You can't leave me.
We're almost finished.
Oh.
We can't be greedy.
That is.
Iris.
Wow. Oh. That's sad. Sad, kind of beautiful. It's weird. In that moment, you're like, which would be better?
Yeah.
I guess to go naturally, I suppose. Oh.
I already miss Iris very much.
Aw.
Yes, me too, but it's not for long.
Yes, Barry. Even at this speed, the wave moves, and it is nearly here.
Will these things work?
I do not know.
Ooh.
Do you have enough power to light them up?
Almost. After all these years, almost enough. You'll have to drop down into normal time. The towers can't operate at this speed.
Okay, you ready?
Whoa.
Barry, thank you for helping me achieve my primary function.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I guess you've done that in a big way if we don't blow up.
Really atoned, yeah. Jesus. Jeez. Run up that arc reactor.
Speed Force treadmill.
Ooh. The tread force.
Earth X Tower coming online.
Earth X. I want a comprehensive history of each one of these Earths.
There's so many books. I mean, like there's actual glossaries and wiki pages and all sorts of
this. Like encyclopedia to
it's
help
a
you
lot.
keep track of
Yeah.
other reading materials. Whoa, you're like lighting the beacons across all the Earths.
Will it be enough?
Unknown. We'll find out in 10,
I feel a cliffhanger coming on.
7, 6.
Ted Cord's delivery in those earlier scenes. Whoa,
2.
Lois made it.
1. Contact with antimatter wave.
Ah, Barry! Barry!
Please, God.
Damn, please God. Whoa, okay, so.
All right, success. Because they went fast enough that it
what to
vibrated
make out of
through,
this.
right? Like that's what we're describing the speed at which.
Yeah.
So I think all's well.
You phased through the antimatter.
The experiment
Well, you go,
was a
Vixen.
success, Monitor.
You didn't believe it could be done.
Ah, crap.
Oh!
Neither do I believe in you.
Yet you tried anyway.
Oh.
It is said you cannot have hope without faith.
It's cool they brought the Spectre. Was Spectre here before?
I mean, we saw Hal Jordan.
Okay.
I didn't see Spectre.
Spectre's the one who was like an ex-cop and then he died and then, or no.
That's Dead Man.
Oh, okay.
Boston Brand.
We did it.
Hal Jordan, Space Cop.
You see that, Amazo? We did it. What do you think?
He wears the red suit. I remember Dead Man. I'm thinking of.
Oh,
buddy.
In Amazo's last moment of existence, he knew he had helped save humanity.
So, your death?
I am the Spectre, the wrath of God.
Dang.
Death is better looking. You bear some responsibility for all that has happened here.
Oh, how?
It happened before the beginning, but you have already paid a heavy price for being unmoored in time.
Yeah, I believe.
I'm ready for whatever. Just wish I could say goodbye.
The Speed Force still claims you its own. It will grant your farewells before the end comes.
Okay.
What does that mean?
It's gonna whisk you to all your loved. Whoa. Batmandom.
Did it.
Ooh. Run yourself young. Run so fast all your clothes burn off.
Where is he running to? What's next? Oh,
Snapperino.
nice.
The Flash. It's the beginning.
Uh-huh.
He said before the beginning. Huh? Who's there?
Clever.
Whoa. These guys.
It's you, isn't it?
He-Man.
You must go back. You must stop it.
Who's it?
Go back to before the beginning.
So before the beginning. Before the very good place to start. Bask in the moment. It's a cool thing to come back to after all that.
Yeah.
One little moment of respite. The question.
Gotta curl your way to victory.
Who's this Iron Man looking guy?
I think it's Psycho Pirate.
Psycho Pirate. Let's go.
Yeah, he's got crazy powers, but he's usually a villain, so I'm confused.
Oh. Dawnstar.
Are you okay?
Dawnstar.
Brainy! Brainiac 5, come in. There's something wrong with
Brainy?
Dawnstar. She's vanishing.
She's getting Thanos'd.
Kara.
Oh. Yours is going fast.
It's not just her or me. The whole world, Kara. The universe, maybe. It's all vanishing.
Damn.
I think whatever happened back there changed history. A chrono anomaly. I never really existed.
Whoa. No.
But if you somehow remember me, know this.
Oh.
I loved you, Kara.
Oh my god. That's so sad. Will she remember? And why are you the only person left? You've been changed.
Tune in next week on.
Okay, that was not where I was expecting this to end. Matt Bomer is the Flash. We got Jensen, Darren Criss is the Superman, Meg Donnelly
back.
Jimmy Simpson, Green Arrow, Zachary Quinto, Lex Luthor. Oh no, it's going too fast. It's going too
Aldous
fast.
Hodge, John Stewart.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Nolan North.
Lou Diamond Phillips we had in there too? Hell yeah.
And it was just Homeless Man. I don't know if that is. And they're going to reveal it's Constantine.
I feel like it's got to be who was voice of
Nolan North is
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was hobo.
We're at Homeless Man.
Was Homeless Man.
Which I think will be revealed.
Okay. Okay. And
A
then
lot
who was Fast Johnny?
That I didn't catch.
Or Johnny.
It flew by too fast.
Speed Boy. Okay.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. Good golly. I'm going to definitely need to watch this again for part 2.
Clock all of the people in the back at all times. So much density.
Whoa. We've just been through so much.
Patron questions and dive in?
Let's do patron questions and then we'll dive on in, gang. If it's your first time back with us for these DC animated joints, one thing we're doing across the channel is to guide our discussion. We check in with the patrons and see what they have to ask, what they're most curious about. And also, want to say a big thanks to Prepper for chopping these highlights together. If you would be so kind as to leave a like on the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good
Press
stuff.
all the YouTube buttons.
All the buttons.
Also in the comments, let us know what else. Obviously, we're going to watch part 2 next, but in the future, what else? I saw some Public Enemies love. I saw some lot of comments wanting certain things. So please keep commenting those.
Absolute vodka, as they say. All right, we're going to jump into some docs as soon as I can get it to do the right documents.
Anytime we got docs.
Thomas Doherty. Thank you for starting us off. Does this part 1 portray the comic event it's adapting well, or is it completely different? Would you recommend viewers to read the Crisis on Infinite Earths event? I feel like this is probably the
I think it's a John question.
especially in a video I am in regarding this subject matter, this is what you want to hear about, and I don't blame you because I got major thoughts, all right? But it wouldn't be fair of me to go into all that and not give you anything to speak upon. So why don't you tell me what your impression as a newcomer to this universe
Who
is?
are Batman? Was the guy's name? Batman?
I'm not... Don't you
I need
can't
your help.
trick
Guide
me into carrying you through this video, all right?
In brief, I haven't read Crisis, the original Crisis, since, man, I want to say the early 2000s, so about 20 years ago. I think it was the last time I read Crisis, and the beats I remember were here. But that's what's tricky about an adaptation is the things I remember are the big impactful moments, which is what has to be. So I really couldn't tell you as far as like the details and stuff, but like the moments I remember and like the energy and flow and stuff. Like it looks like part 3 is covering the elements that I remember most. But what was cool for me is I know these characters a lot better now than I knew in 2000, like early 2000s. I was raised, Spider-Man, X-Men, Batman and such. As I've gotten older, I've liked the DC universe more. So I know way more characters than I did when I read it, which was fun because I think now if I read it, I'd be way more attached to supporting characters that I didn't even know then. They would just be like, oh, that guy's costume, or oh, that kind of cool beat. Whereas now, like, I didn't know Our Man in the early 2000s. I didn't know the Metal Men. So now it'd be really cool to have a little bit more context. So that was cool in watching this. So to answer your question, I believe, but it's been almost 5 years.
Wowie.
Since I've read it.
So that was when this was being published, or just when you would have first been picking it up?
I want to say it was published way earlier than that.
I figured that this would be like an 80s or 90s event?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because I was going to say, how could you go more than 50 years worth of comics without doing something along
I
these
want to say it
lines?
was 85.
Okay.
And
right.
it was Marv Wolfman and George Perez. George Perez got that honorarium at the end there. But yes, what I remember, and it ran from 85 to 86. I remember beats that were present, and actually really I'm looking forward to. I'm probably going to read this after part 3 because that was a fun journey to not remember. Kind of like All-Star Superman, but I read that much more recently. But
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this little journey of comic after adaptation.
This certainly lives up to the impression I've gotten from the outside so far. Yeah, I can't comment at all on how much of a faithful adaptation this is shaping up to be, but I really did appreciate the overwhelming sort of cataclysmic nature of things, and from hearing about people get excited about the recent again CW crisis, and just hearing people talk about the importance of this storyline in general. Yeah, like I can definitely feel the sort of like breadth of like this is fun to me because it suggests this is probably like a thick arc, right?
Oh, huge.
Yeah, and
it everything led to this, right?
Yeah.
Like it's you need to read a lot to get to this and read it.
Yeah, absolutely. And so this feels like, on the one hand, like, damn, substantial, first chapter. What on earth are the next couple going to be like? And you already feel like, at least again from my experience, you have this antimatter wave that seems so insurmountable, and yet here we are at the end of that first major joint effort across time and space to stop it, and then we get sort of a I'm sure Infinity War and other things like it are borrowing from an event like this when you close out a chapter and you're like, oh damn, I guess we didn't win, and now, there are 2 more of these movies worth of story for this. So it feels, at least to me, appropriately like a big event, and, a very not circumstantial, a very sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? It looks like it's going to be a very sort of important crossover. It's going to like have a lot of effect on the universe and the surrounding, details.
Certainly.
Yeah. So far it's at least living up to the scale I'm expecting out of this. But
I would have read it in 2003 because it was followed by Infinite Crisis, and I remember reading it when I believe they announced Infinite Crisis. So I think that's the timeline. So 22 years.
Okay.
It's been some time.
Appreciate you, Thomas Doherty. Sci-Fi Extremist has this to say. Thank you for stoking the fires of reflection. I have mixed feelings on these films, but who wants to be negative, right?
Yeah.
Lol. Who was a character that appeared that you were surprised to see? And who's someone you want to see in the sequels or even just someone you hope gets more screen time? Question guy. Definitely need more of the question.
Dude, you dig the question, especially his old like 60s stuff. He's a weird Steve Ditko character. He's a delight.
Well, actually, I don't have the most vast lexicon on the Spectre, but I was actually having seen some of the comics and stuff like that, and just the image of and some of the vague amount I know about the backstory. Like I was like, oh, cool, this is a character I've been interested in checking out, and now I'm gonna get to check him out. Just by virtue of this. I assume, especially since he showed up at the end and brought major portents, I imagine he'll be back again.
I am always excited to see my boy Michael Holt, Mr. Terrific, showing up. Made me happy.
Well, and he had stuff to say.
He was doing stuff.
He was doing terrific things.
And I've only become a bigger Mr. Terrific fan over the years, so I don't know how invested I was in him in the early 2000s. I was surprised most by Psycho Pirate. I think of Psycho Pirate as a bad guy. So seeing him with the heroes, I wasn't even sure I was right in it being him because I was so shocked.
Sure.
So I would say Psycho Pirate surprised me.
Psycho Pirate, qu'est-ce que c'est? I'm trying to scrub to the part where we get like the big, like everybody's here. Davy Crockett.
I don't know who Davy Crockett was, dude.
And like this
Hawk
half
and
zombie.
Dove surprised me.
Hawk and Dove. Ooh.
And then Metamorpho here.
All right.
Who you'll get to know.
That's
Anthony
not
Kerrigan.
a zombie Aquaman. I thought it was like a zombie Aquaman.
Firestorm with Davy Crockett.
Ooh, yeah. Who's this goth dude?
Peacemaker made an appearance.
Hey, John
Very
Cena.
briefly.
You almost didn't see him, but you did
There's
see
so
him.
many people. Just trying to clock the ones I can here.
I was going to say, this
Very
is
proud of playing this game and doing 80% odds.
Damn,
Peacemaker
that
here.
is Peacemaker.
Yeah,
Holy
dude.
crap.
Quick blink and you'll miss it. Peacemaker.
Yeah. Let me check that other Flash-looking guy, that like older Flash-looking guy.
This is cool.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was surprised by a lot of these characters. There's a lot of Legionnaires I don't know as well. There's a lot of obscure Silver and Golden Age before my time comic characters I'm sure I'm not clocking, but a lot of them I know now. And that's exciting because I would love to reread this and be like, I have an association with 30 years more lore.
Yeah, I just like that the Shazam they conjured in is like an old chubby dude.
He's just vibing.
He's just out here.
He's doing his best.
And God, who's that cowboy guy with the bird on his chest?
Yeah, I don't know him or Davy Crockett. I think those might have been like OG DC, 40s, 50s.
And is this Aquaman really a Nazi?
This Aquaman is a very strong-willed, borderline fascist.
Okay. I'm glad he made the cut, I suppose.
Doing her best work.
Yeah, this was like super fun though, just all these different characters showing up and stuff like that. And part of the fun of any of these arcs is that, is this sort of like,
Is
oh
the
my
Leo
God.
point?
I hope Zatanna is in the background of a few of these too.
Yeah, I
It'd be
hope
cool
she
to
actually gets some time.
some actual Zatanna action. And then Kev B, if you were suddenly thrown, and thank you for chiming in, into around in time. Let me start this again. If you were suddenly thrown around in time like Barry Allen in this movie, is there a specific moment from your own life you want to go back to or maybe even change? And how do you think that one change could affect everything else in your life? That's a tricky one.
I don't think I'd change. I've seen too many movies. I don't think I'd change anything.
I would want. There's so many. That's the thing. Is like there's so many things I would be tempted to change, and at the end of the day, I have seen too many movies, and I'm just like, I don't want to.
Yeah, like
destroy the
butterfly effect.
timeline completely. I saw what happened when Homer sat on that fish.
Yep, that happens.
know?
But I wouldn't have met my fiance if I didn't become a host. So I'd want to do everything that led to all the acting that led to the hosting, that led to the stunt work, that led back to the hosting, that led to the fiance. There's just too many things that I love in my present that I'd be afraid of risking. But I would like to go back to, I think the early 90s and just experience pre-internet Coy.
Oh.
He was happy.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the innocent freedom of not having infinite knowledge and connectivity at your fingertips. I think it'd be cool to see an era where the lights go out at 6 and you got to get home. That era, riding bikes. To this day, when I go to Burning Man and ride bikes, it reminds me of my childhood, and that's a freedom because there's no cell service out in the desert, and it's all lights and wonder and awe, and that feels like childhood. So I would want to go back and see that.
That's a good call. I'm trying to think of
not
where I
touch
would
it,
want to
not witness and change it, just witness and
Part of me is, now I'm having the bargain in my mind of like, I don't know if I would go back and force a change on something, but I might go back and try and what I would be in greater danger of actually taking the opportunity to do is to go back and like plant pieces of advice for myself.
Oh, that I would love to do, but I know better.
Yeah. It's like, what if I don't change a specific thing? I just change my own attitude in the timeline
It's
over
worth
time.
it, but then you get an ego and you're an asshole now.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many. I'm trying to think if there's like any one moment that I would want to go back to and revisit. I feel like that, I would probably, take that opportunity to maybe just go back to some particularly joyous times or peaceful times. And just observe and just be like, oh man, this was a really great trip. Or like, that time I played the guitar in front of the school and I hit the piece and it was all good. That was a moment. I might go back and just stock up on moments of joy.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to deepen the repertoire.
Yeah, go back and peer back in on a particularly good date or something like that.
I'd pop into Hall H all the time. Hosting Hall H is like the greatest rush.
You know what I would do? I would go back in time to like places I can't eat anymore, and I would just go eat at those places.
Dude, I'd get Dunkachinos every day I had the power to.
Hey!
Just Dunkaccino up for days. I miss Dunkachinos.
R.I.P. Dunkaccino. Well, gang, thank you for chiming in with the questions.
This episode is sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts.
We appreciate the Dunkin' Donuts. I'll go back and, I'll go back in time and, get me some chili.
I love nostalgia just traveling home to the East, so I can't even imagine time traveling. Like, I always go to the same ice cream place. I always get the same pizza. Do that with time travel.
Oh, I know what I would do. I would go visit. I figured it out, Coy. I would go back in time, and I would go to, there was an old haunted house.
Oh.
It was a home haunt. By people who I can't remember. They were like in the business. I think they worked in effects, so they had the ability to like make really beautiful optical illusions and pull out every kind of like haunted house trick. And they would set up this thing in their front yard, and it just gained so much notoriety, and people would just show up and walk through it. And it was just like a free thing, just a free labor of love. And it would go up their driveway, and they would have like these archways and like the Disney faces that would follow you. And then you go up on the porch, and like in one bedroom there's like a little, like child's room thing that's eerie, and then in the front room there's like a ghost pianist and harpist who show up at these instruments like Pepper's Ghost style.
Hey.
Like, there's so much stuff, and it had so much vibe and atmosphere, and it was like a thing that we would go to when I was like a tiny child, and it played a huge role in me. Like, I used to love it, and then I got scared of it, and then I overcame that fear and loved it again, and it like fueled, I think it was also something that would only happen around Halloween time, so like it fueled my lifelong love of horror things and haunted houses and spooky performance and decor and all that stuff. So I would go back there and I would go just walk through and bask in the vibes again.
One last thing.
Yeah.
Arclight. I'd go to Arclight.
I would go to Arclight. I would go back to a bunch of concerts that I saw.
Oh, concerts for sure.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah. Well, let's talk about it.
Let's do it.
Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1.
Yes.
The beginning of quite a journey and quite a chunky boy for a Part 1. I was very curious where this was going to stop. And again, I haven't touched this book in quite some time, so I don't know what Part 2 will stop at either, because it's interesting. It's an Act 1, but it's so big that it doesn't feel like an Act 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did a really good job, in my opinion, capturing the special effects and making it feel really cinematic. I love the immersion between worlds. I think the thing that matters most in this story, the two things that matter most to me in the story are Barry's relationship with the Justice League, but more importantly, Barry's relationship with Iris. And I think they captured both those things really well, because you need to immediately understand his relationship with the heroes, but you really need to be anchored to his relationship with Iris. And I love Iris West, like, as a character. So I really was, I felt that love in the writing and the performances and everything here. And so the special effects got to be like icing on the cake that it felt so cinematic, but the anchor of heart was so good.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that always catches me off guard. And Flashpoint left a huge impression, and that's a kind of big collision event as well. And I'm curious as to how that story seems like way more personal to specifically this is about the Flash and circumstances related to the Flash, and it affects everybody else, but it's like he's the nucleus. And here I was surprised to find that it's like a similar idea in that you encounter Flash careening through the Speed Force, encountering these different Earths and different moments and stuff like that. But it does feel like a way more broadly scopic thing, just with Flash to ground it, to kind of be something of an eyeline. And I like this universe's iteration of Flash, very kind of affable and relatable and a good, again, for all these powered characters in this, I liked him as the eyeline, and I think, yeah, him and Iris West, I thought that was really charming because you see so many moments in their relationship. You know, you see their first meeting, or at least an early meeting of theirs, and then, you know, their wedding and them growing old together, and
Big
that was
moments.
like such a thing that, yeah, like without it feeling like I'm reading a Flash comic, it felt like this really lovely wraparound that is, yeah, like just all about the character of the Flash, who I've read precious little of on the page as compared to certain characters like a Batman or a Superman or other characters like that.
That said, I will say that those two anchors that I'm saying are important are only necessarily for the beginning.
I believe that.
I would
like,
expect not to have that necessarily be as important going forward.
Oh no, yeah. For like everything that happened,
I was afraid.
here,
I'm like, wait, am I teasing incorrectly?
No. Because I mean, too, you know, they're young. They, you know, get married. They grow old. She dies.
See a lot of
like,
Flash. Perhaps other characters come to prevalence.
Yeah. And part of me wonders if there's going to be some kind of motif of a different character takes up the eyeline, or will the next ones be more forefront ensemble-y. This is certainly an ensemble, but again, yeah, like I'm not, given the events and given the life cycle that we go through, and given the fact that I think this is a slightly longer movie for these, you know.
Oh yeah, we're usually an hour. This was a full feature, hour and a half.
And so this felt like we took the Barry story for this arc to its conclusion, and now, yeah, I'm more curious is, you know, is Chunk 2, is Act 2 going to focus on another relationship in a similar way, or is it going to be a totally different thing? But I'm not expecting this to carry over.
Okay.
Yeah, it just seemed like a nice, you know, again, oh, this is kind of familiar but different.
Yeah.
And
it does have Flashpoint vibes. I get that.
And yeah, and in a sense, for me, it is kind of neat to do that too, because again, it sort of speaks to the vastness of all of this lore and all of the kinds of, you know, twists and turns that a comic book story goes on. But yeah, I really like the way that this was disorienting and the way that they animated the lurch of like, you're in the middle of a moment, now you're being sucked out of the moment.
Yeah. And when he runs, sometimes it's just running, but other times you're like, go in there.
Yeah, it's like he's being pulled. Sometimes, yeah, he's choosing when to leave, and other times it seems like he's just like primordially thrust out of one reality into another reality. So like the tangibility was cool. And then, yeah, the slow buildup of like, okay, we're cutting to different Earths. And at first it's just like a bunch of stuff is whooshing at you. And then you start to realize, okay, we're cutting back to a few of these specific ones to kind of watch the effects that are probably happening on every single Earth. But obviously you can't cut to all of them. So, yeah, this felt huge. And I thought the think tank was really fun and kind of charming in a way of like, are they as self-aware in the actual comics when it's like, oh my God, you've literally just pulled us into a big think tank? Like
it's cheeky, but probably not like the meta level of cheeky, because there are, you know, a cabal of smart characters. There are strength and like brains and brawn, those elements. But I think it's a little heightened here.
Sure. Okay.
But like I personally really love that strength and intelligence are so highlighted in the big two. Like Marvel and DC really make sure that intelligence is a superpower, and I feel like that's integral to this story. Like thinking your way through problems and problem solving and science and all those things are part of why I love comics, and it's a huge reason I love Mr. Terrific. So I love that is you know, front and center here, even with the supernatural element of Flash. There's still intelligence to get through the story. And I really liked that it didn't feel bloated when you had the think tank and when you had them all just kind of spread out. It didn't suddenly get like cacophonous. There wasn't like 100 voices talking and like stress. It just flowed through that version of the story that we're going to evolve and flow into another take and part of the story.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping it stays just as smooth, because I thought this was really efficient.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, you would know the smoothness and the efficiency better than I do, but it felt, again, kind of like a whole piece, even though there is this sort of challenging motif about it in that it is disorienting, and also it does feel a bit staggering and overwhelming, at least for right now, in like the way you want to be overwhelmed by a multiversal event or a big, you know, again, crashing together of the worlds type of event. So yeah, for me as more of a noob to this story, like I feel like I'm the right amount of overwhelmed and disoriented.
I also think it's a story that if you're in love with it and beholden to the original, then it can be like, oh, they missed this beat, because you can't translate every page onto screen if it's this big of a story.
Yeah.
And that's why, like with All-Star, I didn't want to reread it beforehand, because I've now, looked through some of my favorite beats of All-Star. I'm not gonna reread it until after the movie. But I would have been like, that's missing. So I actually stopped looking through All-Star again until after the movie. So this, I think people that don't like it might be missing pieces they love, which is hard, and I get that.
Sure. I'm very curious. I'm still trying to find out who some of these voices are.
Jeffrey Arend was Psycho Pirate.
That's fun. The guy from
Super
Devil,
Troopers.
or Super Troopers.
Yeah, both got different.
Is he in Devil? I feel like he's in the Spooky Elevator movie.
I think he's also in 500 Days of Summer.
Underrated Spooky.
500 Days of Summer is Mackenzie. Garden State. Super Troopers. Yeah.
There you go.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Hey,
Have you seen Super Troopers?
Once Upon a Time. Like ages and ages
Probably one
ago.
of my most rewatched comedies of all time.
I was gonna say maybe
Seen
we
that
should do a
film quite a
rewatch.
bit. I love
over here on the channel.
Okay, so I'm reading the cast now. I'm seeing too much because I now know some people are in it. So I'm done.
Don't read the part 2 cast.
No,
Only read the
I
part
just clicked
1
cast, and now it's giving me
cast.
Ashley Birch wasn't in this. Why is she listed?
I don't know.
Thank you. Oh wait,
I
no,
don't
Nightshade was
know.
briefly in this.
Yes, Nightshade
Ashley
was
Birch
briefly.
is Delight. She's on Mythic Quest.
Oh, all right. Hell yeah.
But yeah, I feel like this is one of those reviews where it's like when we get to part 3, we can really talk about it.
Yeah.
But that's kind of why we love the Patreon questions to guide us. So please send in questions for part 2, and then we'll probably deep dive part 3.
I don't have to.
Yeah, because that's gonna be its own.
We'll watch the next 2 and then rewatch them all in between the break between finishing the
5-hour
movie
day.
and shooting the actual reviews, so I can be like, okay, did I get everything?
All the time in the world to experience a crisis. Actually, I'll have a crisis with spending the 5 hours trying to navigate this crisis.
I really like the Amazo stuff. I thought the Amazo stuff was very cool. And then, like for that character to go on such a journey over this one chapter of the story. And to
you
be
really care about Amazo.
Yeah, and you really feel for the manipulation
Yeah.
and the dismay of that. And yeah, like there's so much about like, AI and the prime directive of like, to improve life and to make things better. And that sort of going sinister somehow. But I like that it came out as like an earnest human thing of like, I was manipulated, I was overpowered by this guy's code, but also, I'm so upset. Like I want to fulfill my purpose now that I've done the opposite. And, how can I help in this, world-rending scenario? And to have it come back around that it's him and Barry and he's got to plug him in. And it's like a huge part of the final last-ditch attempt at, phasing us through the barrier or whatever, through the wall of antimatter.
The last thing I want to speak to is in that same vein of Amazo. I love that multiversal content is so prevalent now, and AI is obviously present. This is fascinating that it was written 40 years ago. This was written in 1985. Marv Wolfman and George Perez made this 40 years ago.
Goof.
It's incredible how prescient and how topical and also how pop culture caught up to this. Like, it's really insane that we live where this is being adapted at all times. This movie's from last year, but multiversal stuff like quantum theory was explained in Spider-Verse that kids could understand it. And now we're like, but 40 years ago, AI was, being discussed on these things. So I just think from that standpoint, from like a human zoom out, what is reality standpoint and what is it we're leaving behind, fascinating. Because these are our myths. These are our Greek myths of today. So they were way ahead of the curve. But yeah, that is going to do it for this experience of Crisis on Infinite Earths for Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1. Clearly, we have to stop because I've lost the ability to speak.
We're phasing right now.
I'm going to a universe where I have better speech.
Coy just woke up from a different video into this video.
Oh, we're not Running Man?
We're
What's
about
happening?
to watch Demolition Man for the first time.
It's time to watch Demolition Man for the
We're
first
about to watch
time.
Deep Blue Sea right now. Your
it's
hat
about
is
to
like
happen.
a shark's fin.
Are we going to watch Karate Kid?
We're about to watch Karate Kid and RoboCop and every movie all the DC animated movies.
We're starting with the first one?
We're going back to the Decamu.
Whoa. Actually, I would also do, I'd rewatch movies for the first time.
Oh my God.
I'd love to see The Matrix and Fight Club for the first time again, and amongst others.
That's what I would do
Just go to the theater.
with this power is go to
Just
the movie
rewatch
theater
movies.
to see movies I never
Many
saw
of them are
in the theater.
Yeah. And then
my God.
because we could react here, and then we could go see them, and then in this reality we haven't seen them react, honestly. That's the answer
Oh
to that
my God,
question.
yes.
Right?
You react here, and then you, go, back in time.
Yeah.
I can go see Sinners on the full
big screen
frame IMAX.
That's what we would use the power for.
That's what we would use
Movie
the power
watching.
for.
All right. I have no better place to end it than that. Appreciate each and every one of you, Reject Nation. We'll see you soon for part 2. Please like, please comment, please thank Prepper. We appreciate you. Subscribe if you haven't already. 2 hours into the video. You like it. Press the button. All right. We'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
Cheers.